good sign.
If I can, I try to bring the object here for a time. Because it is close to my metal top. We have the gantry where I do a lot of the reliefs. Favorite saw, it'll go through a 1-inch steel. I can't use a torch or a plasma cutter.
Steel, huh?
So it saved me a lot of time.
Do they have a track system that goes with it?
You can build one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there is, but carts, I put this perforated steel, which is what Dante used to lift that steel up. It wasn't the Unistrut. This comes in a thick wall from McMaster cart.
Yeah.
So it's load rated.
I'm sorry.
This guy has a bolt cut in it, so when we want to do a template for our pins and stuff, and things too big, we put it on a piece of plexi, slide it on there, we can mark our template on the plexi. I use Volara a lot. I'll set something down on the Volara, wait 3 days, and you can see all the holes and where the pressure points are. So the Volara is really nice. But I'll use this perforated steel and build an A-frame on these carts, rig the objects up, and then when I have to go home at night, I set it back down and I'll tie it up. We use a lot of sailing knots, tree arborist materials, so a lot of different like bizarro, non-traditional industrial rigging. So we matched them all together. Dante was a climber and an arborist at one point, an industrial rigger. So he taught me all those weird little things. I am in the middle. It's taken me 2 years to reorganize this little room because you never know how a room operates when you first start. You don't know what you're going to get in here. We used to be even more claustrophobic with more shelves that were empty, so we never used them. We started cleaning them out. Swing space areas, everything's on wheels again. Our metal shop, everything's on wheels. We have a big mount. We can rig it. That's not for objects, it's just for, dirty steel. I got the jig table. I wanted to, make it easier on myself. Just to keep everything square. It works really good. If I have, I've done some paintings mounts where they're really large triptychs that Brett made the brass clips for, and I had to do the steel supports. So that was really nice, keeping those tall things really square. I can build off of that. You can see the old farm tech, if you want, like garage style. We have some just things that you're gonna find in the shop that are used and abused, and then slowly like getting rid of those for safety. Like this guy doesn't have a cover. Someday I'll have to cut a cover because it's a better machine than you can buy. So there's all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of good machines downstairs for our HVAC guys, but they also will come up here in an emergency if they need to weld something. If there's a leak, they're gonna come up here and squeeze my stuff out of the way. So I gotta keep my work safe. But just in case of an emergency. So that's our argument, keeping this in the room. It's clearly head curator's dream office. So they're like, why are you in this spot? HVAC's gonna cost $80,000 to change. We're still improving that, but it does directly vent out here, so they don't have to go through the middle of the building. So I get a corner office. But you can see I have a C-beam. I don't know where it came from. Showed up here. Engineers left it. I'm gonna cut it and it stands. So whatever, metal will show up randomly. So dull blades will show up. So that's part of the shared space. I got a TIG and a MIG. Dante, he was doing a set of very large mounts. So we are currently running flux core in that, so I don't have a gas setup on that. Will penetrate better on thicker steel. Less setup, less fuss. Speed at no point was his primarily, what he was worried about, just knocking out big stuff. So I left it. At some point I'll experiment with if I like the gas setup for cleaning. It's dirty, it spatters like bark welding. So I have a TIG. I was talking to Tim about the TIG. I love the form because you get to talk to somebody who's more experienced as being a new mount maker. There's going to be things that I just don't know about. You're never going to know until you ask somebody. So just the humility of not knowing, and just being like, someone who is better is going to be out there, and I'm going to be better if I ask that person. So I love the form for that. There's so much experience. if anybody wants to, know about a vinyl that'll stick to the wall and come off without taking paint, I know that. I've done 20 years of that. But I'm gonna ask Tim. I saw his presentation on TIG welding and aluminum plates and barriers, and I took a class forever ago. Someone who was doing titanium. He taught us about titanium. He didn't tell us about mild steel and how dirty it is and stuff like that. So ask a fellow mount maker. So it's great. I love the forum for that. I love meeting everyone in these instances. So humble down here, scrappy, fun. It's dirty. I can't even ask. It's hot. There's no hot climate in here. So stress management is a big thing now as I get older. Tai Chi, I've been doing yoga once a week. I try to exercise. Some of the stuff's big and scary. The more I can stay calm and think through everything, the more I can plan ahead. I try to interject myself in any meeting I can, just in case there's something. Dante left me with a pile of mounts, not labeled like Kim. So I have a Kiki Smith coming up earlier in the year. I have a box of pins and mounts. I have no idea. There's no template. I got to find out about it 6 months ahead of time. So I'm going to spend part of my time researching any photo anywhere from somebody that might have how he installed that. I'll call him up, try to decipher what he's doing. It's been fun digging through all his mess. Some of it, it's like I'm just handling hardware. I just throw it in a box. Sometime he'll be, he's been retired, but he's like, anytime I want to call him, there's going to be, a coffin lid that he used that to rig, and he built a part for it. So I just keep it all tucked away. Just never know. So this is my humble little shop. I try to keep the pieces there. Like I said, I don't keep them there very long in case somebody else is using the space. We try to restrict that as much as possible, but an emergency is emergency. If we need to build something to pull a piece off the wall, we have this capability. It's an old building, things leak, so it keeps us on our toes. Any questions? Okay, off to your next. Is this the last one, or then there's
This is the last one.
Okay.